Joe Biden was born in 1942 in Scranton, Pennsylvania to a working-class family. As a child, he struggled with a stutter but persevered, using techniques like reciting poetry in front of a mirror to overcome it. Biden attended the University of Delaware and then Syracuse University Law School, where he graduated in 1968. In 1970, he was elected to the New Castle County Council in Delaware, kicking off his long career in public service. In 1972, at just 29 years old, Biden was elected to the U.S. Senate, becoming one of the youngest people ever elected to the Senate. During his early years in the Senate, Biden focused on consumer protection, the environment, and crime legislation. Tragedy struck in 1972 when Biden's wife and daughter were killed in a car accident. Despite this devastation, Biden remained in the Senate, commuting daily by Amtrak from Delaware to Washington, D.C. to be with his young sons. Biden remarried in 1977, and he and his wife Jill had a daughter, Ashley. Biden's personal tragedies shaped his empathetic leadership style and ability to connect with regular Americans. Over his 36 years in the Senate, Biden developed a reputation as a moderate Democrat and dealmaker who could work across the aisle. He chaired influential committees like the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and the Senate Judiciary Committee. As a senator, Biden was a key player in major foreign policy and national security issues. He was an early critic of the Iraq War and later advocated for dividing the country into autonomous regions. He also played a crucial role in policies towards the Balkans, Afghanistan, and other global hotspots. Biden's expertise and relationships with world leaders made him a valuable asset to the Obama administration when he was tapped to be vice president in 2008. As vice president from 2009 to 2017, Biden played a critical role in the Obama administration's response to the Great Recession, the implementation of the Affordable Care Act, and diplomacy with countries like Iraq and Ukraine. He was a trusted advisor to Obama and often tasked with navigating bipartisan negotiations in Congress. Biden's personal tragedies also made him a valuable voice on issues like supporting cancer research and addressing gun violence. After leaving the vice presidency, Biden briefly considered running for president in 2016 but ultimately decided not to. In 2020, he mounted a successful campaign for the Democratic nomination, overcoming a crowded field and focusing his message on restoring the soul of America. Biden selected Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate, making her the first woman, first African American, and first South Asian American to be elected vice president. Biden was sworn in as the 46th president on January 20, 2021, taking office amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, an economic crisis, and deep political divisions. As president, Biden has focused on containing the pandemic, reviving the economy, and restoring America's global standing. He has signed major bipartisan legislation on infrastructure, semiconductor manufacturing, and gun safety. Biden has also taken steps to address climate change and protect voting rights. In foreign policy, Biden has had to navigate a number of complex challenges, including the chaotic U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and rising tensions with China. He has sought to reassert American leadership on the world stage, strengthening alliances and rallying global support for Ukraine. However, Biden's handling of these issues has also faced criticism from both parties. Biden's presidency has also been clouded by various investigations and controversies, including the discovery of classified documents at his home and office, and scrutiny over his son Hunter's business dealings. These issues have fueled Republican calls for Biden's impeachment, though no charges have been brought. As Biden approaches his 80th birthday, questions persist about his age and cognitive abilities as he prepares to potentially run for re-election in 2024. In April 2023, Biden announced his intention to seek a second term as president, setting up a potential rematch with former President Donald Trump. Biden's 2024 campaign will focus on his record in office and his vision for the country, while also grappling with his age and health concerns. The race is likely to be fiercely contested, with both parties fighting to control the White House and shape the future direction of the United States.